boat. Acting tough and I'ma let her go. Name her who got a better flow, she can hang it up just like a telephone. Sticking up with the cost 10K to let it come see it. PNL mail make it come treat it. Spin make it come beat it. I want the new in the machine out. Jewelry be cold like the temperature zero. I'm the hardest, they call me the hero. Heavily, then they know what I be on. I'm the best, I'm the best. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, and I go, it don't go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, and I go, it don't go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals. NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Second down, Willis looks to throw here. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2, Willis. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Here we go. 12.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. It'll be a pickup of 4, and that'll be good enough for a Cincinnati first.
11 MT,
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's got some space here. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Second down, here's Willis. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. And going deep for Hill. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Dolphins are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8. The big loss on first down leads to a tricky second down. 18 yards to go. Burrow's throw caught by Tony. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The Bengals at 5-4 now on the year. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon, and they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. 12, 12, 12.
Mixing up the middle, and very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Here we go. 7-7, our score after 1. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
11, 11, 11. Check Mike 6, Mike 6. Watch the slip, watch the slip. Mike 6.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. Down inside the 10. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Can. Check, 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 check. Check, nickel. Shift.
Mixon will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Willis from the gun on 3rd down. It's caught. Cooper. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Cooper's first catch, and good for a first down.
Let's go now. Cooper, 19.
from the gun, a run with Mostert. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Trying for it on 4th down. Here's Willis. He is going to find Hill here. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Off the play fake, here's Willis. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd down throw coming by Willis. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. DJ Reader there on the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw, here's Willis. They complete it to Hill. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 14. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Ready? 50 seconds. Let's go. Slam, slam, slam.
To throw again on second down. Willis dancing to his left. He'll swing this out to Mostert. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Here's Mostert. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Raheem Mostert taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
11 mighty, 11 mighty. 41's the might. Record.
Now Burrow. This will be caught just inside the 10. Only able to gain a couple there. 3rd and 7 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
11, 11, 11. 11, 11. 41's the might, 41's the might. Check, check, check 41. Stop your whining.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Caught on the slant. Driving for the goal line, but he's marked down short. And with no timeouts, no chance to get the field goal unit out there. And frustration going to set in as that is going to be how this first half will come to a close. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
41 Mike, 41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike. All day, yeah. 41 Mike, 41 Mike. Watch the slants.
On second down, Burrow. Right back to Tony. He's got another one. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Here we go. 180. Nice hot. Hot. Check safety, check safety. 11. Quick whip. Watch the whip. 49, check 49, check 49.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
11 MT. Switch.
Throw left side, complete to Tony. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, now Burrow. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
12. Slam.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They run for it with Mixon. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. 4th and short, they had the ball right at the midfield stripe. Was curious what they were going to do. Turns out going for it, the good play.
Reminded me of a conversation we had yesterday before this game where you said, you know, it's interesting about the NFL nowadays. Oftentimes in short yardage situations, they throw the ball. In the old days, they would run it. That was an old school call right there.
They come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Burrow will throw. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 24-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Here we go. 11. Check 24. 11 MT. Crunch. Check 26. Check hot route. Hot. He's coming. Double up.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Burrow on 3rd down. High throw, but the catch is made. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit them quick. A little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed.
Here we go. Right 80. Right inside. You got tight right there.
They'll give it to Mixon. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon.
41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. 41 Mike. 12. You must be getting tired of seeing me. 41's the Mike. 41's the Mike. Hey, let's get out.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Hayden Hurst, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bengals have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 1st down, Willis. And going deep for Hill. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 72 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Gun. Start. Can. Start. 11. Get in the way. 41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike. Squeeze, double.
On 2nd and 7. Burrow. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
They go play action with Willis. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. He'll get it inside the 20, and he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 41 yards.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Mostert. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. And defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. They wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. They'll run with Mostert. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. They'll try it now with Mostert, and this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. They're turned away on 4th and goal, and the Bengals are going to get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel-down time. So they've got to work on getting 1st downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
12. Watch out. Bang.
Again, it's Mixon. And some room to work. There he goes, right side. The 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Bengals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A handoff to Mixon. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they take a knee. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
He's going to let it fly. He's got a man, complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now a leaping catch, he's got it. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The end result, 21 yards.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown.
Raheem Mostert
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for the Bengals, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans next week. Meanwhile, for Miami, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets.